Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're going to look at The Dead Crew #1 by Rat House Comics. This is comics' most monstrous super team. I saw this cover and I was like, this cover really intrigued me, and I had to get it. So this was a crowdfunded comic. I got this on Fund My Comic, and it came along with Bolt Action, if I remember correctly. And I got all the Bolt Actions, and they threw this in. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case or not, but that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So as this is something that's new, I'm not going to show the whole comic because I'm not a pirate website. You know, it has to be 5 years or older. But look at this cover. So we got all of this over here. We got this indicia. Well, not really indicia. Over here is this. 2022. Okay, but look at that splash page right here. I fell in love with this. First off, this like old homage to old Marvel comics, and this splash page, these colors are outstanding. There's no credits as of yet, so we'll see. Okay, words and pictures by Tim Taylor. There you go. There's all the it's all Tim Taylor. Now this is a vampire, this is a Frankenstein monster, and this is a witch character, and like a monster superhero team. And first thing I noticed was the colors. The second thing was this artwork. It reminds me of like Jim Plug why can't I remember his name? But just wonderful art. Kind of Bill Willingham in a way. I just dug it. Oh, Frank Bruno. That was the name I couldn't remember. And I don't know how it was colored. To me, it looks hand colored, but it doesn't look computer colored. And it's got this like wonderful old Marvel stuff where the back is just like, you don't need it, so only the foreground is colored. I just dig it. And what's going on? They're monsters. They're walking down, having like little monster, banter, and then energy crackles, and they realize that they're needed. Another one of their teammates, she's not here right now. She calls them because there's a monstrous injustice that needs to be taken care of. The vampire character, he transforms into like his more bestial form, through all of this Jack Kirby nonsense, Jim Starlin nonsense, and you find out that he's a 600-year-old vampire. You got all this, sexy witch girl, and they go to this like hidden location through magic portals, and their other teammate summons them. Just look at this. Just look at this. Again, and what we have here, this guy is warning them that somebody's trying to break through this sealed magic gate, and like we don't want whatever's behind there to come through. It's, the doom of Earth and blah, 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 blah. And somebody had gotten in there and then sealed it after them. That's right. And then so he breaks free, and this wakes up this other sexy witch character that she has the devil in her hand, and the devil's like mocking her. And she, of course, wakes up, and this devil watch thing that's just embedded into her hand is just like making fun of her. It's I just love this. And now I'm going to just open up to random pages because I don't want to show the entire comic because it's still new and it's still available. And these people, Tim Taylor needs to get his money for it. But here is the Frankenstein creature after he moves like his overcoat and hat. He's bragging. He's got like 4 livers, 4 kidneys. He's just like 4 times the size and mass of a regular person. This is the vampire in all of his battle gear. The witch is just casting spells and using magic, and they're finding out that this guy is chained to this pillar. Why? They immediately assume he's the look like this. Pagion. I'm not sure 100% how you pronounce her name, but Pagion is all in her witchy battle stances as this guy is chained, and they're like, is that the bad guy? Is that who we fight? And he's just like, no, you don't fight me. You just die. And of course he rips everything apart, and starts yelling and screaming. And what do? They find out that he is just the guardian. He's actually the good guy who's watching to prevent them from breaking free. He's guarding. There's somebody even more evil and more powerful behind him. And, but of course the superhero arcs occur. They misunderstanding. They fight. And I will skip another couple of pages because whatever. And they find out that this is the main bad guy. And he's just beating the crap out of them all. You know, this Guardian is not powerful enough to beat him. They all have to team up. And here we get this one-page origin of the vampire. He was out that night with his love, and he witnessed another vampire eating a girl. So that vampire killed his wife and attacked him. But for whatever reason, he came back as a vampire. So for 600 years, he is seeking revenge. He was also a scientist before he became a vampire. So now in 600 years, he's making like little rocket launchers and everything like that. And I love this. So all that you are, your entire existence is nothing but revenge. Works for me. Just, you know, just look at these. It reminds me of if Frank Bruner and Jim Starlin and Jack Kirby all got together to make comics. You know, it's just my biggest criticism. You know, I'm skipping around. We got this witch with the devil horns over here. You know, and of course she's fighting with the other girl. She drives this like horror car. Oh, I didn't mean to show this page. This is like the climax and Rat House Comics. So, I really dug it. My only criticism, because the art, the coloring, the inking is great. The problem is the storytelling is off, meaning it's just a panel of static images and the dialogue isn't helping bridging the distance. So it's disjointed. I was confused. I had to read it over and over and over again. But I love the art so much. I love the design so much that it's worth the work. It's worth doing it. And I don't know if that's what Tim Tyler was trying for, or if it's just something that was easy for, if it was easy for him since he was the writer. But I feel the storytelling needed to be more fluid, a little more smooth. So that's the only negative. But I really, really dug it. So some cool. You're probably going to see a lot more Kickstarter comics as showcases, because my New Year's resolution is to read my crowdfunded comics first before I read everything else. So, you know, or as much as possible. So I'm trying to, like, as I get crowdfunded, kickstarted, whatever comics, I'm trying to read them first. So I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye-bye.